Can you make money in crypto without trading? I know many of you have asked yourself such a question. Some of you, you tried trading, you didn't study, you didn't learn, and you went and you lost money somewhere, and you're probably asking yourself a question. Is there a way of making money in crypto without trading? So if you ask yourself such a question, my dear, sit tight. Today, I am going to show you every single way you can make money in crypto without even opening a graph. Welcome once again. This is Moneyfest World School. My name is Moses. And you know what we do here? We show you how to work with cryptocurrencies. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and of course, look out for more videos like this. Let's get started. Okay, so a question I got from not one, but several students who are telling me, is there a way to make money from crypto without trading? And why does this question normally arise? It arises from people who have tried trading. They have actually traded markets like Forex, like stocks, and then they got burned there. You know, it's like touching something hot. It burns you and you're like, hey, so hot, right? So many of them came from that side. They lost money there. Why? Because many of them didn't study how to analyze markets. The graph to them was something which is something from another planet. But you need to have the graph. You need to learn how to analyze markets before you buy it, right? So ladies and gentlemen, many of you, you take trading as something which is difficult. I will say, yes, maybe it can be difficult if you don't study, if you don't dedicate time, and if you don't practice. But if you study and you practice, it can be something very interesting, something you can make money from over and over every single day, dedicating just 1 hour, maximum 2 hours. Actually, I take sometimes even 30 minutes a day to place a trade. Okay, but if you give up on trading, you're like, I'm still scared of it. I have a solution for you. You can make money from crypto without trading. Method number one, we call it P2P arbitrage. In P2P arbitrage, you don't need a graph for you to make money from it. What is arbitrage? Arbitrage is simple. Arbitrage, I buy something at a cheaper price, I resell it at a higher price. In fact, it could be my phone. If I buy this phone at a cheaper price and I resell it at a higher price, we call it arbitrage. What if this phone is not a phone? What if it's a coin? A coin like Bitcoin, a coin like Ethereum, or a coin that is the most demanded coin on this planet called USDT. Yes, on platforms like Bybit, like Binance, you can actually go and buy these coins from one person at a cheaper price and resell them to another person at a higher price. It's like going in the market. You can go in the market, buy fruits from one seller at a cheaper price and resell them to another person at a higher price. If you do that in Bybit or in Binance or any other exchange you use out there, we call it P2P arbitrage. It's what many of my students start from, and it's what has made them a lot of profits. By the way, with arbitrage, you can make a profit in just 15 minutes because all you need to do is to initiate a trade, okay? Initiate, ladies and gentlemen, a transaction between you and that person. You send the money to that person, to their bank card. They give you that coin to your exchange, to your wallet. And once you have that coin there, you go back and look for somebody else to resell the coin to. Once you sell it, congratulations, you've made your profit. Simple as that. Okay, but that's not the only method, my dear. P2P arbitrage is the simplest, easiest, and the fastest you can start with. If you want to learn about it, you know what to do. Always go, you can talk to my team. You're going to get, we have courses on how to actually work with arbitrage, how to work with P2P and make profit from it. But that one is if you're interested. Which other method can you work with? There is a method we call staking and farming. Now, let's begin with staking. Staking is one of the simplest ways to make money here. In staking, what do we do? You buy a coin, let's say Ethereum. You buy it in the spot, you hold it. Once you hold that coin, some of you think the only way you can make money is by holding the coin and waiting for the value of that coin to go up, then you sell it, and it's going to make you profit, right? What if you could hit two birds with one stone? What if that coin gains value, but at the same time, you give it to a person to use it? Let me compare it to buying a piece of land. You all know that some people buy land just to wait for it to gain value and resell it. But why wait? Why not buy that piece of land and rent it out to somebody else who is going to grow crops to it? Yeah, there are people who can rent your land, they can grow crops on them, pay you as they're using your land, and you're hitting two birds with one stone. Your land is gaining value all along, but the person who is renting your land is also paying you the rent. You're getting two profits at the same time. If you do something similar with crypto, you buy Bitcoin, for example, you wait for it to gain value. Instead of waiting, you can get that coin you own, give it to Bybit in what we call staking. Whatever exchange you're using, Bybit, Binance, whatever exchange you want to use, you put it under staking. They use your coin and they pay you rent. I call it rent, but it's not rent. They pay you a percentage for using your coin. In effect, the coin you're holding itself is going to gain value, but as the exchange uses it for its own purposes, they're also paying you an interest. You're getting two profits at the same time. I know many people, when they start in crypto, they never think of it like this. But if you think of it like this, my dear, and you have enough money to start with, you can hit two birds here with one stone. So you buy Bitcoin. When it gains value, you make money. Even if it doesn't gain value immediately, you give it to Bybit, you give it to Binance. Hey, Bybit, Binance, use my coin and pay me for using it. You are the landlord. You own it. That is staking and farming. Okay? Farming is actually a little different. I combine them, but farming is a little different. Farming, in staking, when you provide your coin is used to lend it out to other people. Okay? There are people who borrow coins on Bybit. Whereas in farming, when you provide your coin, it's used to facilitate transactions, provide what we call liquidity, okay, in exchanges. When a new coin is being released, there needs to be a certain number of money in the exchange that can facilitate transactions. It's like a bank. How does a bank work? It needs people to constantly give it money to run the daily transactions of the bank. The same applies here with Bybit. Bybit needs to run its daily transactions, so it needs coins to be available. That is farming, my dear. So the question is, which of these methods are you going to start with? Yeah? There are many other methods out there, which I can't go deeper right now. You need some extra knowledge to have in. You can create coins, for example. You can create meme coins after you. What's your name? Just think about it. If you're a celebrity, you can create a meme coin and people will buy it. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very easy, simple way to start making money. P2P, I recommend it for every person who is starting. Staking and farming, I also recommend it, but there you need some good capital to get the percentages you will need. But trust me, if you start with these methods, there is no risk here. You don't need the graph. You don't need anything else. Start there and make profits. So, I don't know how this went. Did you like the video? Did you like my advice? If you liked my advice, I hope you're going to go use it and start making money from cryptocurrencies. Leave a like to this video, subscribe to our channel, and my dear, once again, this is Moses. I would like to see you in the next video.